failed to act, but they acted. And they acted in ways that would damage the futures of young people. And so this is going to take a little bit of crowd participation. Are you guys feeling up for that? Are you ready? I'd like to invite our two people of 350 PDX up here. They are a grandmother and granddaughter, and they are here to tell you the story.
Hi, honey. Hi, Grandma. So, Grandma, tell me, when did you know that burning fossil fuels could cause climate change?
Well, when I was a young person, way younger than you are now, way back in the 50s, we were warned about climate change in movies and on TV shows, including the TV science show, The Unchained Goddess, by the director of It's a Wonderful Life.
Wow. So, did the fossil fuel industry know then, too?
Oh, yeah. Exxon knew, Big Oil knew, Big Coal knew. I know, right? Their own scientists warned them. And they spent millions to lie and cover up the scientists' warnings. They created and funded climate denial and skepticism, disinformation campaigns to undermine science and prevent any efforts to stop the climate crisis to protect their profits.
Horrible. Did the U.S. presidents know too?
The last 11 U.S. presidents all knew. And you can ask them yourself.
President Kennedy, I have a question for you. When did you learn of the looming threat of the climate crisis?
My fellow citizens, in 1961, I was warned by Senator Clinton Anderson that there could be 25% more atmospheric carbon by the year 2000.
Wow, so what did the Kennedy administration do?
I expanded both private and public fossil fuel projects.
Did the government know?
Everybody!
The government knew!
Well, President Johnson, I have a question for you now. When did you learn of the looming threat of the climate crisis?
In 1965, my administration published an official report showing the steady rise of CO2 and burning fossil fuels and the dangerous impacts to come.
Okay, so what did the Johnson administration do?
Well, despite the dire warnings, we failed to take any actions that would address the crisis and build a great society.
Did the government know? Government knew! All right, President Nixon. I have a question for you. When did you learn of the looming threat of the climate crisis?
My fellow Americans, in 1969, I received a memo that predicted a 10-foot sea level rise due to climate change. It read, "Goodbye, New York. Goodbye, Washington."
Okay, okay. So what did the Nixon administration do?
My administration leased huge swaths of the outer continental shelf for oil drilling and oil development.
Did the government know? The government knew! Okay, how about President Ford? I have another question for you. When did you learn of the looming threat of the climate crisis?
In 1975, the U.S. National Academy of Sciences put out the following warning. Our vulnerability to climate change is seen to be all the more serious, and we simply cannot afford to be unprepared for either a natural or man-made climatic catastrophe.
Okay, that sounds good. So what did the Ford administration do?
At my 1975 State of the Union address, I proudly announced a program that proposed 250 major new coal mines, 150 major coal-fired power plants, and 30 new major oil refineries, all within 10 years.
Did the government know? The government knew! All right, President Carter, I know I learned in school that you put solar panels on the White House, so what else did the Carter administration, when did you learn of the looming threat of the climate crisis?
By 1978, I had received multiple warnings that fossil fuel expansion would cause catastrophic climate change and global socio-political disruption by the year 2025. The scientists advised me switching to renewable energy.
Great, so what did the Carter administration do?
Well, instead of switching to renewable energy, I proposed drastic increases in fossil fuel production since we had it all in abundance.
Did the government know? The government knew! All right,